Last week, might be able to pull a diplomatic rabbit out of a hat. Today in France, he's being penalised even for attempting the trick. With FSN Spotlight, I'm Simon Marks.
To recap our top stories, world leaders have pleaded with Russian President Vladimir Putin to halt his military assault on Ukraine. NATO says the North Atlantic Council has activated its defence plans in response to the Russian attacks, but won't move troops into Ukraine. The European Union will impose new tougher economic sanctions on Russia, and UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson says Russia must fail. That is the latest feature story news. Chris Jones reporting.
That's all the time we're giving them.
Sorry, buddy.
I'm so excited to play the sound effect again and everything. I can't believe he slept in. Man. Let's shame him. Good morning. It's KCHW 102.7, 7:30. We're a little late, but what a perfect time, right?
Yes.
So, like, we're perfect ugly on time, sort of.
Yeah, kinda.
Kinda. And a skiff of snow out there this morning. How pretty is that?
That was horrible.
I know.
I thought we were beyond all this.
But good for the ski hill.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
very good for the ski hill. I'm sure they needed a
long
little
as-
fresh stuff, bringing some people.
As long as they got more than an inch.
Yeah, that's all. But is that all you had up in Kettle was about an inch? Just a
Yeah,
dusting?
about an inch.
Yeah.
Just enough to make the driveway more slippery than usual. Yeah.
Yeah, be careful out there because it was a cold snow. It was cold and dry, and it's really slippery. All right. I buzzed around a little bit last night while it was going on. It looked like it was going to be a lot worse than it ended up. I was expecting to open the door and maybe see, 4 to 6 inches. But, yeah, and I appreciate you asking me, Scott, where did the snow come from? Like I had something to do with it.
You're the guy that reads the weather report.
Yeah, but, 10% you just don't think it's going to happen, but it did. That means 10% of the forecast area is going to get hit, and last night it was us.
Maybe it was more like 70%.
But, on Sunday night, Spokane got hammered, and we got nothing.
True story.
Nothing. They got like a blizzard with lots of wind and stuff. All right, those clouds held in the heat a little bit, which means we're going to make it up to 30 today with sunshine and clouds mixed together. Alan, we do have a 5% chance of snow.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Are you sure that's not 50?
No, it's 5. It goes up
Okay.
to 7 tonight. Overnight low 11. They call it bitterly cold.
Bitterly cold. When I was driving through Addie yesterday, it was -2 degrees.
Oh, huh.
Yeah, it was pretty cold.
That's because the hole to the center of the earth is right there.
Apparently.
31 and 11 under partly cloudy skies for your Friday with another 7% chance of snow. Same for Saturday, 38 and 22. Look at that overnight low jumping up. All right, partly cloudy skies as well on Saturday. I'm trying to make this exciting. Sunday, morning snow showers, 39 and 29. So if it continues to precipitate, because it is a 50% chance, it should turn into rain and get really messy. And then Monday right now, rain-snow mix, 40 and 35. So we're back into those slightly warmer temperatures, all right? So simmer down there, Mr. Milani.
I got to go find my shorts.
All right. Just ignore the title if you're watching on Facebook and YouTube for today's show. We didn't mean it.
Yeah, we got stood up.
It was supposed to be the return of the three Amigos, but after, 3 months off, I think Chuck forgot to set his alarm. He was all excited to be back on the air. All right. Alan's kind of depressed this morning, right?
Yeah.
What's the most depressing thing bothering you today? Because I couldn't keep up.
I've got a hangnail.
Ow.
No, that's not true. I lied. I'm sorry.
Most depressing thing? It's war,
No,
isn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, what's the really? We should be in a day and age where this kind of thing isn't necessary.
That's the exact thing I said to Alan. As I said, haven't we evolved past this yet?
Nope.
No. And I could see why Putin was upset, but I think he should have used that political discourse to help, I can understand him not wanting NATO at his door. But now he's going to have it because he's acting like Hitler.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Russia, what?
Well, the sad thing is that Ukraine is vastly outgunned. So it's the whole thing's pointless. He could have just walked in there and took it.
Yeah.
And replaced the government. He doesn't have to, but they're talking that he's doing things that make them believe that he's trying to minimize the collateral damage over there, which, okay, that's fine and dandy. But, we should be past conquering other nations.
Russia, if you hadn't heard yet or missed the news that started off, Russia did launch a wide-ranging attack on Ukraine today, hitting cities and bases with airstrikes and shelling as civilians piled into trains and cars to flee. Ukraine's government said Russian tanks and troops rolled across the border in a full-scale war that could rewrite the geopolitical order and whose fallout already reverberated around the world, in stock markets and stuff, unleashing Moscow's most aggressive action since the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan in '79. Putin deflected global condemnation and cascading new sanctions, and chillingly referred to his country's nuclear arsenal. That's all we need. Some of that kind of threats going out there, right?
Yeah.
He threatened any foreign country attempting to interfere would have consequences you have never seen. Sirens wailed in Ukraine's capital. Large explosions were heard there and in other cities, and people massed in the train stations took to roads as the government said the former Soviet Republic was seeing a long-anticipated invasion from the east, north, and south. So it looks like he's trying to make it quick at least.
Yeah.
Just totally cut them off. I reported more than 40 soldiers had been killed and dozens wounded so far. Chief of NATO alliance said the brutal act of war shattered peace in Europe, joining a chorus of world leaders who decreed the attack, which would cause massive casualties, topple Ukraine's democratically elected government, and upend the post-Cold War security order. The conflict was already shaking global financial markets this morning. Stocks plunged, oil prices soared amid concerns, and heating bills and food prices would skyrocket. Let's see. Ukrainian president cut diplomatic ties with Moscow and declared martial law in the country. He says, as of today, our countries are on different sides of world history. Russia has embarked on a path of evil, but Ukraine is defending itself and won't give up its freedom. And they're going to ask for help, and it's just going to get messier and messier. Oh, man.
Right.
And that guy has been in power way too long.
Right. Yeah.
And then was left and then put himself back in power. And how does that all work out?
Well, I guess you got to be willing to kill people.
Or start something.
And
then say there's a fake election.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. I don't like dictators. All right. Or people that want to be a dictator. I don't like them either.
On a high note, though, Scott, this whole thing has made Bitcoin more affordable.
It has.
It has. So their all-time high was right about $40,000 per coin.
Wow.
Now it's $35,000 a coin. So definitely more affordable.
Why? I don't understand why that hurts Bitcoin.
I don't know either. I don't get it. But I guess if trading's down in the stock market, trading would be down in crypto too. You know.
I think it's funny that Bitcoin got so popular that it's being watched now, and it's like a form of currency. I bet you that just freaks the government out to no end.
Probably. But, they say there was a lot of people out there saying that they can't regulate Bitcoin and yada, yada, yada. And I understand that it's hard to trace, right? You can trace it to a crypto wallet, but you can't find out who owns that crypto wallet, right? But the thing is, if it couldn't be regulated, Trudeau wouldn't have been able to seize crypto wallets like he did up there in Canada.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
Yeah, he seized like 34 crypto wallets, all related to the trucker transactions. Yeah. Yep.
All right. The same thing happening in New Zealand as Canada, and National Guard in Washington, D.C., and convoys headed there. I bet you that's something to see on the freeways going into Washington, D.C. Rows and rows of trucks. That'd be kind of scary.
Right. That would be kind of scary. But, they took the precaution of putting the fence up around the Capitol again.
Oh.
And they activated somewhere between 600 to 800 National Guard troops, unarmed National Guard troops.
You know what I don't understand? I guess it's the right to protest, but I'd almost say because it's like a blockade or something and can interfere with public safety, it is that maybe you have a sign up that says no trucks beyond this point, and you just start shooting tires out.
Well, right.
Line them up along the freeway. I mean, you got a right to
honestly,
protest? Walk there.
I think they actually went about it backwards. I think it would have been much more effective to, the whole thing's over mask mandates, right? They want to lift the mandates and give people a choice, right?
And you're a little late because everybody's already dropping them. Just wait another week.
And they are. But they went about it backwards. If I was a trucker and I was organizing some kind of a protest, I'd refuse to deliver to any place that had a policy that I disagreed with.
Ooh. Well,
right?
the only way you're going to probably be able to do that, though, without losing your job, I'm sure most of the people coming in there are independents. Right. So, but as an independent, you could probably do that. But what's your next load going to look like if you were to do that? I'm not going to deliver. Yeah, your career's probably over, right?
Because and the way that they did it in Canada, I don't know how many rigs that Canada seized, but now Canada, because of the Emergencies Act that they instituted up there, which is gone now. He revoked the Emergencies Act, which is probably a smart move. But now they have these trucks that they confiscated, and they have the right to sell them. Canada does.
Oh, and those are expensive.
They are expensive.
And that pretty much, you went and protested, and now you lost your livelihood.
You've lost your livelihood completely. Completely. It was a lady up there that donated like $50 to the truckers campaign, and now they seized her bank account, so she's got no money. She's a single mother with kids. What is she going to do? She can't feed those kids now because they confiscated her bank account.
Ooh. Well, think twice before getting involved.
Nasty stuff.
Oh man. Oh, that's not right.
No.
All right. So, all sorts of depressing stuff. And, I guess we're not higher evolved.
Yeah. Glad I woke up today.
Would you like to crawl back into bed now?
I kind of do.
Really? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was really depressing when I popped open the news, too. And luckily, though, I've been one of those people who can make a joke about anything, even if it's really inappropriate. So, people have no idea how much I hold back.
Yeah, please don't be mad at us for anything we say today.
Excited about COVID numbers dropping. Me and Brandon covered it yesterday. Seriously dropping COVID numbers, like quickly, and I hope it continues. All right.
Well, I think that's a pretty good thing.
All right. Some headlines. Let's see. We covered the New Zealand's protests have turned ugly. Some violence. People getting arrested, people getting hurt. They're actually erecting tents and stuff too. They're going in for the long haul. And then something that was kind of, I thought it was kind of weird. You hear about how many different things a pandemic can affect, but I never thought of dry cleaners being affected. And the story says dry cleaners are beginning to close as the pandemic drags on. Why would it affect dry cleaners?
Well, I mean, that's probably unnecessary expense.
I spoke maybe. Okay. This says the first to go in a neighborhood was GQ Cleaners, where the for rent sign quickly replaced any semblance of life inside the blue-walled shop. Next was Kim's Cleaners, now an empty sliver of a strip mall up the street. Let's see. They list sagging profits. I guess so. But the pandemic eventually shut them down too. I wonder if it's less and less people in this era wearing things that need to be dry cleaned.
Right. Right. I mean, how many textiles out there do you see anymore that says dry clean only?
Yeah. And we're all getting so casual with what we wear.
Right.
I mean, go to Walmart. It's super cash.
Yeah, that's all we got, bro.
Oh man. 2 metal racks at the one place holding laundered shirts and pants that were still in a window where a paper sign summed up their fate. Notice store closing. You should have picked up your stuff.
Yeah. Kind of sad, really. I mean, but dry cleaning probably back in the day was a moneymaker, but I just don't see it being a moneymaker anymore.
Well, for white-collar dudes, man, they need those press suits, though.
True.
Maybe
True.
larger Large metro areas.
There's like 4 white-collar guys left.
I think so.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're hard to spot because there's only 1% of them.
Right.
All right. But that's kind of a weird business that you wouldn't think of being, just totally scuttled by the pandemic.
Right.
All right. That's something I believe Chuila has never had is a dry cleaners. So not a good business model for Chuila.
Is there even one up in Colville?
I don't know. If there is, they should advertise because a lot of people are clueless about it.
Yeah.
Or at least me and Alan.
Yeah. I'm kind of clueless anyway, but.
All right, then. Let's go on to bits and breaks for the clueless. All right. Let's start off with the tweet of the week because it's kind of cute. So breakfast in bed is luxurious, but when I eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner in bed, suddenly I'm depressed. I shouldn't say that I eat most of everything in bed. No. As soon as this is over, right back in.
Right back in.
Yes.
I don't blame you.
I just wonder, you pretend today never existed, right?
Yeah.
All right. Alan Milani, give me the reasons why men and women will never understand each other.
Well, a man was sitting on the edge of a bed watching his wife turn back and forth, looking at herself in the mirror. Since her birthday was not far off, he asked what she'd like to have. The wife, continuing to look into the mirror, tells her husband, "I'd like to be 8 again." On the morning of her birthday, the husband arose early and poured her a nice big bowl of Lucky Charms. Then took her to a local theme park. He put her on every ride in the park, everything there was. 5 hours later, they staggered out of the theme park. The wife's head was reeling and her stomach felt upside down. He then took her to McDonald's, where he ordered her a Happy Meal with extra fries and a chocolate shake. Next, it was off to a movie, complete with popcorn, soda, and her favorite candy, M&Ms. Finally, she wobbled home with her husband and collapsed into bed, exhausted. He leaned over his wife with a big smile and lovingly asked, "Well, dear, what was it like being 8 again?" Her eyes slowly opened and her expression gradually changed from exhaustion to frustrated realization. Then she said, "I meant my dress size."
Oh, so that's the reason we don't understand each other?
Apparently so. Just a simple miscommunication. And that, officer, is how the fight started.
Be careful. That's all I can say. All right. What did you do at work before the internet, Alan Milani?
Solitaire?
Okay, like with actual cards?
With actual cards.
With actual cards. All right. So
yes.
This list says we doodled.
Doodled.
All right. You know, our buddy Lynn, he is so internet challenged that he still doodles. Did you ever see one of his calendars? Or like the old calendar when you moved in? Yeah, they're all doodled up. It's hard to tell what his notes are because there's so many doodles in between them.
But he had a system.
Yeah, but he had a system of doodling.
He knew what every doodle meant.
I like the computer and my phone so much more because I always used to have a very interesting collage of sticky notes on my desk.
Excellent.
Oh, man, what's this sticky note mean? What's that phone number? And what's that for? Do I need this? Yeah.
I used to have it on a sticky note right there.
We avoided long-distance charges at home by calling friends and family at work. Save a few dollars. We chain smoked outside. Some of us still do. We faxed our stupid jokes and photos of our butt.
That was probably just you, Scott.
We read newspapers.
What's that?
And we did more office pranks.
Nice.
All right. That's what we need in this building, some more office pranks.
Office pranks?
Yeah, so they just got done with all the really cool carpet tiles in the hallway between the offices. I'm going to take them out.
Oh, nice, Scott.
Everybody's going to come in tomorrow and go, "Where's our new carpet?" It's in my apartment on the floor. I got some new carpet. You think? Or maybe not.
I don't know. I think that might be a biggie.
All right, I have another one. I think you'll enjoy this. All right. Unlikely simultaneous historic events. All right.
Excellent.
When pilgrims were landing on Plymouth Rock, you could already visit what is now Santa Fe, New Mexico, to stay at a hotel, eat at a restaurant, and buy Native American silver. What?
Really?
I guess that's what it says.
I don't get it.
Prisoners began to arrive at Auschwitz a few days after McDonald's was founded.
Oh,
Unlikely simultaneous events, or are they?
Wow.
Right. The first wagon train to the Oregon Trail heads out the same year as the fax machine is invented. No.
Come on.
Some of these must be maybe they're all lies.
I think they're probably all lies.
It had me kind of wondering at first. That whole hotel thing in Santa Fe, though, didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
All right. And then, so this is things that could have happened simultaneously. Nintendo was founded in 1888, and Jack the Ripper was on the loose in 1888. Well, maybe, no.
No.
1971, the year in which America drove a lunar buggy on the moon, and Switzerland gave women the vote. Let's see. There were no classes in calculus in Harvard's curriculum for the first few years because calculus hadn't been discovered yet. That one sounds true. When the pyramids were being built, they were still woolly mammoths. See, I don't know about any of these. There's a couple of them that are confusing me here. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think any of them are true.
Let's see. The last use of the guillotine was in France the same year Star Wars came out. Okay, that one definitely not true. Oh, man. Oxford University was over 300 years old when the Aztec Empire was founded. They're kind of stuffy.
Yeah, they're getting out there now.
They're all kind of stuffy. What kind of advice would you give the 20-year-old you, Alan Milani?
Well, advice comes from every direction, and most of it is unsolicited. But every once in a while, a piece of advice sticks with you and helps you along the way. What is one piece of advice for you? AskMen.com has some advice that actually makes sense. Number one, identify the problem in order to decide how to fix it.
Women hate it when we do that, though.
I know. That's
You're
why
trying
we do
to
it.
fix it. Well, yeah.
Right? Don't make decisions while you're angry. That's a big one.
Okay.
That is a big one. Dress for the job you want.
Pool boy.
I think, yeah, everybody be mad if I came in with pajamas all day long.
Pajamas all day. Oh, where's this song when you need it?
I just want to be independently wealthy.
Ooh.
Don't do anything you want to keep secret. That's pretty much don't do anything.
Oh, man. All right.
Only prioritize those who give back.
Ooh.
Be your own harshest critic.
Ouch.
Be patient with your career.
Nice flannel shirt. Sorry.
Yeah. If you don't like something, change it.
Okay.
And use the 3-day rule. If you don't think you'll care about it in 3 days, then don't waste your time now.
See ya.
See ya.
Wow. 3-day rule. Wonder what that'd be like to practice. You don't
I
think
thought
you'll care
that was
about it in
just
3
a
days?
clothes thing.
Back into your pajamas you go.
Back in.
All right. I've got a few more, but these are a little different. These are like advice to give yourself when you're younger. All right.
Okay.
Stop being afraid of what people might think. Your career is not as nearly as important as your life, so don't sacrifice the latter for the former.
Fair enough.
Save all the money you can and buy land.
Probably a good thing.
But like for those stock market millionaires, they're probably going,
More than likely.
Study what you love the most and use that to further yourself. Love yourself, and others will love you intuitively. Oh. And I'm not as smart as I think I am, and I won't be until I realize how little I know. I guess you could kind of keep that as a mantra. And choose a job you love, and you'll never work a day in your life. Unless your boss just stinks.
Right? Yeah.
Because even then, having the job you love, it doesn't matter.
I don't like my boss at all.
Really? What kind of stuff does he do to you, Alan?
Oh, man. He's just not a good person.
All right. Does he come in and yell at you?
All the time.
Yeah. Maybe you should take the mirror off your desk.
It's a constant barrage.
A constant barrage. All right. You got anything else over on your side? Oh, no, we're all the way down to fun and games already. Oh,
Yes,
wow.
we are, sir.
I got a couple more things I can dig out. Oreo personality test? No. All right. But there is a guy who says he was talking about the different ways to eat stupid stuff and said he put cheese on his Oreos.
Gross.
That is disgusting, but how much different really is cheese than milk?
Right? I'm still going to try it.
All right. The name game. Let's see. Don't blow these. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. It says don't use them all up at once, but I'm going to. So we're going to need some help from you on this, Alan. Your witness protection name. Take your father and your mother's middle names. That's your new witness protection name. What would yours be?
Frank Arveda.
Ooh. All right. They will get you that new ID shortly.
Right? Yeah.
Unfortunately for me, my dad had no middle name. So, so my witness protection name is Nana.
could be blank Nana.
It's kind of wrong. Star Wars name. First 3 letters of your last name and the first 2 letters of your first name.
Mel Owl.
Sky. Sky. Yeah, Sky. Hey, that's not too bad. All right. Your detective name is your favorite color and your favorite animal.
Blue dog.
Purple cat.
Blue dog protection agency.
Purple whale.
That might work. Yeah.
That really sounds wrong. Your soap opera name is your middle name of the town where you were born.
Oh, that'd be weird. Joseph Royal Oak. Yeah.
That sounds like a good soap opera name, actually.
Right. It's pretty close to Lansing, so I could go Joseph Lansing.
Right. I'd be Alan Bismarck.
See, that works.
That is a good soap opera name.
That does work.
I'm going to, if I ever work at a different radio station, I'm going to use that one, Alan Bismarck. Oh, sounds important.
Perfect.
Pretentious and full of himself.
Right?
Yeah. Your superhero name is your second favorite color, your favorite drink, and add the to the beginning. So your second favorite color and your favorite drink.
The red fruit punch. That doesn't really work.
Red fruit punch. All right. So I would end up being blue half and half.
You don't drink that by itself, do you?
Oh, yes, I do.
No.
Yes, I do. Nice glass of half and half.
Wow.
Creamy, right to the waistline. No, it's actually not too bad. It's got less sugar than whole milk.
Really?
It does. It does.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Let's see. Your rock star name is your pet's name and your current street name.
Whiskey Coyote?
Whiskey Coyote. All right. So I'm Mooch Clay.
Mooch Clay.
Mooch Clay.
Nice.
It almost works, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, I'm a drummer.
I don't think this game was meant for me.
And my stripper name.
Oh, no.
Your favorite perfume or cologne and your favorite candy.
All right.
Let's see. You got it?
Mine would be black and blue M&Ms. Yeah. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Apparently, what's the guys the one for girls? You know where the guys dance for them.
Chippendales?
Yes. So
Yeah.
that's your Chippendales name.
Black and blue M&Ms.
Please. I can't say it. but I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Let's just say it's not a magic Mike moment.
That's a horrible problem to have.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can figure mine out. I don't really have a favorite. I guess, back in the 80s, I really liked Jovan Musk.
Yeah.
So I would be, my stripper name is Musk Pixie Sticks.
Musk Pixie Stick. I'm just going to go by Candy.
I feel all kinds of wrong now. Well, then, let's go ahead and move on to the thing that most of my co-hosts hate, and that's when I challenge them with a little bit of trivia.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Oh, ow, ow, ow.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Ow, it hurts to think.
Are they going to be hard today?
Yeah, a little bit of both. How's that?
All right.
The questions will be hard, and the tips will be harder.
Nice.
The hints.
Okay.
All right. Average American eats more than 22 pounds of these a year.
Grapes?
No, sir. It is I guess it's a fruit. And that's your hint. I guess it's a fruit. Huh.
Oranges?
No, they're definitely a fruit.
I don't know.
Looking for something we use in tomato sauce.
Tomatoes?
Yes, 22 pounds. Average American eats 22 pounds of tomatoes a year. That's a lot of tomatoes.
That's a lot of tomatoes.
That was your hint is, I guess it's a fruit. Now you get it?
Okay.
All right. Butterflies use their feet to do this.
Grab onto stuff.
No, sir.
Use their feet to do this, to collect pollen, maybe?
Butterflies?
I don't know. Do they collect pollen?
No. Well, they might, but I think they probably shake it off or sell it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Taste.
Really?
Yeah.
They have taste buds on their feet.
Or maybe they rub their feet on it and then put it in their mouth, like I do.
Ugh.
That's how I taste stuff.
Yeah. Wow, I'm not going to the casino buffet with you.
Yeah, you really don't want to be around me and try to give me some soup.
Oh no.
Let me dip my toe in this first.
Oh no.
And then sample it.
Yeah. I'm going to see if I can get in line in front of you.
All right. Well, lucky for both of us, I can't get my foot up to my mouth. I mean, some people probably don't believe that, but it's true.
Are you tall enough to get it to the table even?
No. If I do a handstand.
Nice.
5%. What you just made it? You insulted me.
Did I?
Oh, and I didn't even have that sound effect ready. Oh,
I thought you knew.
oh. It just dawned on me. I've been insulted.
I find you unacceptable.
There we go. Saving that all morning.
Nice.
5% of us, meaning Americans, do this more than once per day.
Not off at work?
No, this would be you're really worried about your waistline. 5% of us do this more than once a day.
Work out?
No, sir. Still has to do with weight loss, though.
I don't know.
Obsessively weigh themselves.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought the percentage would be that high.
I guess it's a thing.
Wow. I'm 0 for 3 so far today. Or is that 4? Am I 0 for 4?
I wasn't keeping count.
Man.
Because
Wow.
Chuck's not here. All right. New York City residents spend a combined $580 million a year on what?
Wow. New York City residents
Yeah.
specifically?
Yes.
Um,
$580 million on this a year, and they're not happy about it.
Garbage disposal?
No, sir.
Rent?
No, sir. Something even more irritating. You'd be like, oh, I can't believe it.
Wow. Sales tax?
It's something even worse than sales tax.
There's nothing worse than sales tax.
How about a parking fine?
Oh, my goodness. You're kidding.
Yes. $580 million a year the city makes on parking fines. Wow. Yeah, they're really on top of that. In a survey, 21% of people, it was difficult, very difficult, or impossible to do what this year? In a survey, 21% of people said it was difficult, very difficult, or impossible to do what this year? This would have happened this month.
I don't know. By Valentine's Day candy?
I'll give you half a point for that one. Find a Valentine's Day gift for their significant other that was, cool. So,
yeah, I guess that would have been difficult this year.
For probably several different kinds of reasons.
Yeah.
I guess the TV show tried to make a comeback and didn't make it. Are you smarter than a fifth grader? But I do have some questions for you to see if you are.
Oh, boy.
These are questions a typical fifth grader should be able to answer. Look at him smile. Yay!
Because I know I'm going to get them all wrong.
My name's Candy.
My name's Candy.
Ancient Egyptian writing system was called what?
Hieroglyphics.
From whom did the United States buy territory in the Louisiana Purchase?
Was that not Mexico?
That was not Mexico.
France.
Yes, France. All right. Just took a while to come back, right?
Yes.
Who wrote the national anthem of the United States of America?
I do not know.
Francis Scott Key. Now you do, and now you remember.
Francis Scott Key.
What was the name of the last queen of France?
There was a queen in France?
Yes. The name's very famous.
Marie Antoinette?
Yes, there you go. Good one. And you were guessing, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
That was a good hint then.
It's the only one that I could think of that even sounded French.
Yeah, give me a French woman's name. Marie Antoinette?
Cake.
Give me a French woman's name that isn't Marie Antoinette.
Right.
Oui, oui. All right. What is the main character in a story called?
The hero?
No, the protagonist.
The protagonist.
A story conveying a moral lesson is called a what?
Fable?
Tough. Yes, you're right. Who is the creator of the classic book characters Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn?
I know this one.
Oh, man. I'm sorry.
It's not coming to me, though.
Mark?
Twain.
All right. Who's the author of the 1960 novel about social and racial inequity, To Kill a Mockingbird? I don't know. I wouldn't know these ones either, a lot of them.
I do know this one. And it's not coming to me either.
Last name's Lee?
I've read this book a couple of times.
Last name is Lee.
Harper. Not ringing a bell.
All right. Which country is the largest in size and extra evil today?
It'd be Russia. Yeah.
I made it too easy, didn't I?
Put a cherry on that evil pie.
Give me the 3 states of matter.
Liquid, solid, and gas.
Oh, like the last one.
Okay. I'm glad you're over there in that studio.
And what species can live on both water and land?
Amphibious.
Oh, you did good. Big round of applause. I would say you're almost as smart as a 5th grader.
Yeah, I missed a few.
Yeah, you're right. But I think I probably missed more than you. All right. Pretty much so far.
Oh, no! We suck again!
We suck again.
All right, it is KCHW Chihuahua, and we will be right back after these very, very important messages and a little bit of news. Stick around. It's Scott and Alan.
Fascinating.
The proceeding was recorded earlier because we were ashamed to do it now.
Wait, this one was on. Everybody dying!
That's it. Go ahead and run. run home and cry to mama. Me? I'm through
I
running.
find you unacceptable.
I say we stay here and...
102.7 FM, KCHW, Chewelah.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock tires, provide collision repairs including glass, and they have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414.
Welcome to 2022 Talks, where we are following our democracy in historic times.
The attack on the Ukraine by the Russians is an attack on democracy.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says congressional Democrats are behind President Joe Biden's plans to counter Russian actions in Ukraine. The support comes after President Biden, alongside NATO allies, imposed new sanctions on Russia Wednesday. The New York Times reports Russian troops have begun moving across the border into Ukraine, which began after Russian President Vladimir Putin recognized regions of eastern Ukraine as independent states.
This is the same tyrant who attacked our democracy in 2016. This is the same tyrant who is opposed to democracy and wants to trivialize it, to downgrade it in the eyes of the Russian people.
The Supreme Court considered oral arguments Wednesday in a case that could overturn Trump-era immigration policies. According to The Hill, the case surrounds the public charge rule enacted by Trump and since rescinded by President Biden, wherein poorer immigrants were given heavier restrictions. A coalition of states, led by Arizona, wants to keep the policy in place. Arizona Attorney General Mark Brnovich pointed out the Biden administration bypassed the standard public comment process when repealing the measure, a move he argued was a violation of the Administrative Procedure Act.
Making clear the states can intervene in these circumstances is the only way to ensure future administrations follow the APA.
Politico reports the Pentagon has approved deploying roughly 700 National Guard troops to Washington, D.C., in preparation for a planned trucker convoy protest against COVID-19 restrictions. The protests are modeled after similar actions in Canada, which disrupted that country's capital for about 3 weeks. The National Guard troops will direct traffic during the protests and will not be carrying firearms or participating in other law enforcement activities. 2 Michigan lawmakers earlier this week were called to testify before the panel tasked with investigating the January 6th insurrection. The Republicans were just 2 of 16 Michigan legislators who signed a letter falsely claiming that Donald Trump won the state's electoral votes. Sam Inglot with Progress Michigan says the move undermined the state's electoral process.
January 6th and these hearings are not just about one event. They're not even about a single election day. We've really seen kind of multiple years of misinformation from the right about our elections and attempt to sabotage our elections.
In related news, multiple news outlets report Ivanka Trump, daughter of the former president, is in discussions with the January 6th panel to provide testimony. And the Manhattan District Attorney's investigation into Trump's business dealings has been left in limbo, as several senior members of the probe have resigned. The New York Times reports the resignations came after Alvin Bragg, the city's new district attorney, indicated he is considering pulling back on the investigation. For Pacifica Network and Public News Service, I'm Jonah Chester. Lily Bulkey contributed reporting. Find our 8 trust indicators to support transparency and accuracy at publicnewsservice.org.
For the Daily Yonder and Public News Service, this is the news from rural America. Good news. COVID-19 cases continue their decline, a bit faster in urban areas. New infections in rural areas dropped more than 75% since their peak a month ago, says Tim Mirama, Daily Yonder editor.
Rural America was a little slower to succumb to the Omicron surge, so we're a little bit behind urban areas as the surge declines.
Rural community health centers say part of their success in providing COVID-19 vaccines has been taking clinical services to churches, schools, and factories. Dr. Susan Ward-Jones with the East Arkansas Family Health Center explains.
So I think even to this day, it's a one-on-one conversation with patients and why it's so important, in particular those that have comorbidities and chronic disease.
Community health center caregivers are traumatized themselves, notes Ann Gigliotti with Morehouse School of Medicine.
I know that they are tired and they've experienced a huge amount of loss. And despite that, they're still coming to work every day and caring for folks, caring for their neighbors.
Historically, the federal government has had multiple definitions for rural, making it difficult for rural-serving institutions, known as RSIs, to receive funding to support college-bound rural kids.
How do you direct funding towards something that you haven't defined?
Reporter Nick Varizo says defining rural just got a little easier. He credits the Alliance for Research on Regional Colleges for a new data tool that will help lawmakers better direct rural investment. RSIs tend to be smaller but more diverse. And according to new census numbers, even though rural America has lost population overall, diversity has grown, as well as the number of adults moving there. Xander Brown has more.
95% of the nation's rural counties were more racially and ethnically diverse in 2020. Though depopulation of the Great Plains remains consistent, the Northwest and Midwest saw more concentrated pockets of growth.
Counties that are growing in population numbers are also growing in diversity.
Sarah Malott, data journalist with the Daily Yonder, says the change is due largely to a growing adult Hispanic demographic.
90% of all rural counties in the U.S. would have lost population if it were not for Hispanic growth.
I'm Xander Brown.
$6,000 or more. That's what's at stake if Americans don't file a tax return this year. Pandemic-related changes to the Earned Income Tax Credit, EITC, mean more money is due to tax filers and more people are eligible.
That EITC at the end of the year is what lifts them out of poverty.
Jennifer Graybill is with Human Services in Carroll County, Maryland. She says in rural areas, $6,000 can make the difference between surviving and thriving.
For our families, it means this is the car that I can purchase to keep my job. This is how I get my rent caught up. This is how I literally survive for the next year.
For the Yonder Report and Public News Service, I'm Roz Brown. For more rural stories, visit dailyyonder.com.
This portion of programming brought to you by New Health.
New Year's resolution or not, at New Health they can help you on your journey to a healthier new year. From preventative exams, chronic disease management, acute illness, dental, pharmacy, and behavioral health care needs, they have you covered in 2022. At New Health, they're committed to promoting health and wellness within our communities by providing integrated, open access health care for all. Their medical care teams offer in-person visits, curbside care, and telehealth visits. Schedule today for a new patient appointment. Curbside pharmacy pickup and mailing options are available to meet your medication needs. Curbside COVID-19 tests and vaccinations are also available. Contact New Health at 509-935-6004. That's 509-935-6004 to schedule today, or visit their website at newhealth.org for a location nearest you. New patients are welcome, and most insurance plans are accepted, including Medicare, Apple Health Plans, TRICARE, and private insurance. Get healthy with New Health in the new year.
You're so picky. I go through all that work, and then you're just picky about it.
I like it.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Obviously, you had some kind of problem with it.
I'm hard on myself.
What is it? You thought you looked stupid?
No. I can do that without a picture.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us or staying with us for part 2. It's KCHW 102.7. Scott and Alan and your morning show. Both of us very sad today over the news. And then our buddy Chuck was supposed to return this morning and apparently forgot to set his alarm.
Captain Tardy.
That's right. And then Alan complaining about his pitcher. You're one of the newest announcers, so I just did. And it was a really good picture. And what didn't you like about the picture that was scrolling?
I was just surprised to see it, my friend.
You were just surprised to see it?
I was surprised to see it.
And I don't even know where it popped up. It was on one of Facebook or whatever, and it was one of the headers for a tease for our videos, and it's just what the computer picked, because they picked the random sections of your video and make a picture for it. And when I saw that, I went, "Ooh, I got to copy that one." And
nice.
Yeah, it's awesome. All right, I think it's awesome. You okay?
I like it.
All right.
I'm not complaining.
Okay. I think you were, though.
I find you unacceptable.
I'm be using that one all day.
Yeah, apparently.
All right, it's Thursday. We got one birthday. It's Tiffany Burya. It's our one local birthday. Big round of applause. It comes off our Lions Club calendar. Don't forget to support the Lions Club. You know, if you want to support one of our area nonprofits, they're a great one. They help people with vision and hearing problems in the Chewela Valley. All right, and if you donate to a nonprofit,
what's going to happen? Something wonderful.
That's right. Don't care which one it is. You'll get that wonderful feeling. And Alan Milani, make us feel wonderful about celebrities and their birthdays.
Are you going to start your video feed too?
My video? Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. All right.
You're still on the banner.
All right. I was giving people a chance to see that picture of you come around saluting.
Oh, nice.
All right. There we are. Oh, I'm so sorry. We're home
Hi,
today.
Scott.
Hi.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you, too. All right. We're zooming away this morning.
So, birthdays for today, February 24th. Dominic Chinese from Boardwalk Empire and The Sopranos is 91 today.
Wow.
Nike co-founder Phil Knight is 84.
He ain't running nowhere.
Nowhere.
No matter what kind of shoes he gets.
Barry Bostwick from the Rocky Horror Picture Show in Spin City is 77. I did not know that he was in Spin City.
Oh. Yeah, he's really doing the slapstick B movies now.
Well, good for Barry.
They're really bad, though.
Yeah. Hey, at least he's doing something,
All
right?
Hope he makes a little money off Netflix for those. Very little.
Right. Edward James Olmos is 75. Deborah Jo Rupp is 71. News correspondent Paula Zahn is 66. Billy Zane is 56. Boxer Floyd Mayweather Jr. is 45. Daniel Kaluuya from Black Panther and Get Out is 33.
All right. A little bit of history for today. 1868 is where we're going to start, and it was the first parade to have floats and staged at Mardi Gras in New Orleans, Louisiana. First one with floats.
Nice.
All right. Coolest float I've ever been part of. It was a parade, and I was managing a campground, and we did a flatbed, and we did tents on the flatbed and an actual campfire and on the flatbed. And it was Christmas. It was during Christmas time when they had this fair and this parade. And it was like, 5 degrees. We were so happy we had a campfire on the flatbed. And people were driving by, and people were like, no way, they've got a fire on the back of the truck. And then, people wanted to get on the truck because it was cold.
I'll bet.
All right.
And you didn't set anything on fire?
Did not set anything on fire.
Nice. That's got to be some kind of record.
It is, with Christmas lights and flames. And
right.
Yeah.
Mardi Gras is on my bucket list. I got to go see Mardi Gras.
All right. 1955, Apple founder Steve Jobs was born. 1981, Buckingham Palace announced the engagement of Britain's Prince Charles to Lady Diana Spencer. 2008, Fidel Castro resigned as president of Cuba, and his brother Raul was unanimously elected by gunpoint.
And now he works for Canada.
2013, at the 85th Academy Awards, Argo won the Best Picture Oscar. What's Argo?
I don't know. I'm not
never even heard of
that.
it before, and it wasn't okay.
I've heard of Fargo.
No, I don't think they left off an F because it's a capital A, Argo.
Right? That was prior to
those movies
2013 though.
Those movies that win those awards though, they're always the most boring ones.
They are.
So Batman probably, came out that year and it was the #1 movie, but they're going to give it no credit. They're going to give some obscure, boring drama because there was some acting in it. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm all about the special effects.
It probably had subtitles.
Yeah. And apparently the rest of the planets are about the special effects too, because why are the sci-fi movies always the highest grossing? Excluding Titanic, the top 10 is filled with science fiction movies or superhero movies or, new Avatar, probably going to jump up to the top again too.
Oh,
if it ever comes out.
It was Ben Affleck.
Well, Argo? That's Argo. Why we don't know what it was. It was a Ben Affleck movie, and he won an award for it.
This says 2012, though.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Don't trust my notes. Ben Affleck movie. That's why nobody heard of it.
Or actually, that would actually make sense. If it came out in 2012, it would get the award in 2013.
There you go. And,
that makes sense.
All right. If you saw it, it's a Ben Affleck movie. We apologize.
I find you unacceptable.
You watched what?
I felt like a producer there for a second.
You invited me over for what?
Argo.
Again, I've watched Argo for the 244th time. On to 2014, a 4.4 billion-year-old crystal was discovered to be the oldest known fragment from the Earth's crust.
And his first name was Billy.
Oh, Billy who?
Billy Crystal.
Oh, wow.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, at least you're trying to make jokes.
Yeah.
I find you unacceptable.
Told you, I'm going to use it all day. 2020, a public memorial for Kobe Bryant was held at Staples Center in Los Angeles. Also in 2020, scientists identified the first animal that doesn't need oxygen to breathe, a tiny parasite living in salmon tissue.
Oh.
Let's take him into space. And 2020, former Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein found guilty, being just lewd and horrible.
Thank you, Freud. Sorry.
Changing my name now, too. It's like a monster and something else all at the same time.
What did we decide your witness protection name would be?
It's going to be a Stein in it now. All right. Special events, Alan Maloney. You're goofy.
It is Introduce a Girl to Engineering Day.
Okay.
Chili Day.
Chili. Like as in cold or the food?
No, I'm thinking it's the food.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no Y.
Okay.
CHILI.
Okay.
Tortilla Chip Day. Trading Card Day. Now you got something to do with all those Pokemon cards, Scott.
Oh, man, I knew they'd come in handy sometime.
All right. The Great American Spit Out and World Bartender Day.
World Bartender Day. You ever worked as a bartender?
I have not, but, I've always wanted to. It's one of those things that you never do.
All right. You could always go to school.
This is true.
Yes, and I'm ready to train you at Scott's new bartending college.
Hi, Gordon. What you been up to? Big things, Fred. I'm a full-time student at bartending college. Wow. I never had time for a formal education. Well, I decided to make time, but it's not easy. Bartending college is a 4-week course. Gee, how far along are you? Well, let's see. This is Tuesday, the 3rd week. Hey, I'm a junior, and I'm late for a daiquiri lecture. Why don't you join me? Why not?
Bartending college. You've already spent enough time on the other side of the bar to qualify for enrollment. Bartending college. We'll teach you everything you need to know. You'll get a starter set of bartenders' jokes like...
So I says to the guy, you can stay, but the cow's gotta go.
Bartending college. You'll learn how to roll drunks, water the liquor, and skim the cash register. And remember, as the bartender, you drink for free.
Last call.
For integrity.
Remember, you drink for free.
I like that spot. That was a nice spot.
All right.
I'm going to open up a college.
And you notice how a bartender always has a cup of coffee?
Yes.
You think that's really coffee?
Isn't it actually illegal for them to drink while they're on duty?
I think it might be in Washington State. That's why they use the coffee cup. Come on.
Yes.
Yes.
That's thinking.
Number for the day, 32,000. That's the jobs in the U.S. for travel nurses, up from 8,000 in early 2020. Let's see, current weekly average pay is $3,334 per week for a traveling nurse. And just want to put this out there, I've been looking for a traveling nurse because I'd like to travel for free. You make lots of money.
Not sure that's how it works.
All right, it comes with foot rubs. That's all I'm saying.
Nice.
Looking for a traveling nurse. Waiting for you to post on Facebook right now. Traveling nurse.
Crickets.
Maybe not that. Let's move on to news and nuggets because my odds are dwindling quickly. All right.
Do you want me to start off with the toddler?
I don't want to do that one. That one just seems wrong and painful.
It does seem wrong and painful.
Just the headline was scaring me away from that story because Scott might say something inappropriate.
You're in control of the button, sir.
How about the next one?
All right. A study from McGill University found that women make weak signals during online dating, requiring men to make the first move when they're trying to court someone. Researchers believe this shows that traditional dating habits and social norms still persist. The study looked at 50,000 online dating accounts and found that women don't like to share personal messages with their potential partner and will instead rely on weak signals to indicate that they're interested, like a swipe or friend request acceptance. The offline flirting equivalents would be, say, a suggestive look or preening bodily gesture, such as a hair toss to one side or an over-the-shoulder glance.
So, like this?
Yes, Scott. Just like that.
Toss their hair? All right.
Doesn't work so well now that you cut it.
No, it doesn't. Where'd the hair go? All right. And that was just for you webcam folks. All right. Here's some fun news. A tick from Africa can survive without food for years and live for 3 decades. Species from Africa changing what scientists know about these blood-sucking parasites. I've always wanted to say that phrase. Wow. You blood-sucking parasite. All right. A new study reveals... Did I sound angry?
No.
Okay. A new study reveals the East African species can actually survive for nearly a decade without feeding, has a lifespan of 27 years. So forget dogs, get a pet tick.
No kidding.
It's called the Argus brumpti, and it's not the same as the common tick species you see during the summer months across America. Those varieties have a hard plate in their skin, while the Argus bumpity, I'm going to call it the bumpity because it sounds fun, has a soft and leathery skin.
Not to be confused with the movie Argo.
This is Argas.
Argas.
Yeah, the African variety also bloats less, eats faster, and feeds on blood more frequently than other ticks.
It must be feeding on blood with high salt content.
Wow. And live for 3 decades. Crazy.
That's crazy.
All right. Smartphone owners suffer. Alan. Oh.
Does it feel like your smartphone never leaves your hand? You're not alone. A new survey reveals 6 in 10 people couldn't cope with being separated from their phone for more than a day. The survey found 55% of respondents believe running out of battery power is a nightmare scenario. 1 in 8 people claim that a dying battery actually gives them anxiety. When it comes to what's most important to people these days, the poll finds nothing would be more upsetting than losing a smartphone. Nearly half of the survey, 48%, say it would be very upsetting if they lost their phone. That's more than the number who would stress out over losing their bank card at 46%, their car keys at 40%, or even their wedding ring at 25%.
Or leaving their kid at 10%.
Right? Did you hear that story out of Kent?
Where they went? No.
They towed the car.
And there was a baby in it?
And no, there wasn't a baby. It was an adult. It was a developmentally disabled adult. And she was in the car underneath a pile of clothes in the back seat for 9 days while the car was at the impound.
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy?
That's... how about the couple that went skiing and left their baby in the car?
Oh, my goodness.
But would stop and check on the baby every time. That was their excuse, their qualifier, I guess, was that they would, every time they came down a run, they would stop and check on the baby.
Oh, my
And warm up the car. Oh,
you got to be kidding me.
So thoughtful. All right. NASA rover snaps pictures of litter it dropped on Mars. What?
We can't go anywhere without leaving litter.
Oh, Americans think they own everything. Percy is leaving behind more than just wheel tracks on Mars. NASA's Perseverance rover captured a Mars image on February 16th that might look alarming if you don't know the context. It shows a pretty typical stretch of dusty and rocky Martian landscape, but there's something out of place in the middle, something definitely made by humans. Not to worry, it's supposed to be there. The cylindrical object is an abrading bit. The rover ditched in July. This isn't the rover's only piece of litter on Mars. In March of 2021, the rover popped off an ejectable belly pan that was used to protect its sampling system during landing. Wish I could do that.
Right. Eject your belly?
Yeah. Yeah, right into a pan.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. I love NASA stories, though.
I had to click on the image. It looks like a pipe fitting. It really does.
And remember, Mars, totally inhabited by like 10 robots right now.
Robots.
Robots.
It's the first AI society.
Yes. All right, Alan.
Fruits and vegetables. We need to eat more fruits and veggies, lots more. A study from Imperial College of London found we should be loading up on fruits and vegetables, 10 portions a day.
Whoa.
A portion counts as 3 ounces of fruit and veggies, the equivalent of a small banana, a pear, or 3 heaped tablespoons of spinach or peas.
3?
I like peas.
You like peas?
I like peas.
I like spinach, not the pea. There's too many of them. They're in everything. You can't, they're like everywhere.
Oh, they're awesome.
All right. A national survey found 100% of respondents admitted to stealing pens from their colleagues. What are you doing later today? I'll come by for a visit. Check your desk, okay?
Yeah, all of mine disappear.
A survey found 78% of respondents admitted to stealing pens by accident, while 22% admitted to taking them on purpose.
Yay for the 22%.
Wow.
Yay
That's
for
just
them.
kind of, he's got a nice shiny steel pen. I'm going to wait till he's not looking and steal it.
Right.
Or, I could see if it's those G2 pens, those gel pens, the G2
Yeah.
ones. Oh, they write really nice. I'd
Yep.
steal your G2 pen.
That's where all mine go.
Brandon.
Yep.
Check his pockets.
They do write nice, but if you touch it right after you write, they smear really easy.
Alan, what kind of clothes are you wearing today?
Flannel.
And they are...
That was a short article.
Come on, go for
it. They're not mine, but they're compost clothes. Here's a phrase. Here's a phrase I learned: compost clothes. These are the clothes that have been worn already, but aren't dirty enough to wash and aren't clean enough to fold and put away. Someone online said they have a laundry basket in their closet for compost clothes.
I had a wife that called them Clardy.
Clardy?
Clardy. These are Clardy. We can wait. Yeah. Police in the UK are caring for a budgie. That's a bird that may have escaped from home during some bad storms that recently hit the country. Monday, they tweeted a photo of the bird, which they would say was found in a car park at the Southend Victoria Station after flying a little too far from the nest during the storm. While they search for whoever owns Barry the budgie, they're caring for the creature, who they note appears to be suited to a life in blue, perhaps due to his blue and white coloring.
Aww.
All right, to tell me about the doorway effect, and I hope it's not something you cause.
Yeah, me too. They call it the doorway effect, and I tell you what it is, but I forgot. Oh, that's right. It's when you suddenly forget what you wanted to do. For example, you realize you need a pair of scissors, so you run downstairs, and as you walk into the kitchen, you totally forget the reason you went downstairs. What's behind this sudden memory loss? Literally, it's the doorway. Experts say your visual perspective changes when you walk through the doorway, and it takes time to recalibrate your thinking. That's why your mind experiences a blip.
I seem like I've been blipping a lot more lately.
It's the COVID blip.
Every time I walk somewhere, I stop when I get to the next place and blip out.
Why am I here?
What was I doing?
Yeah, I suffer that doorway effect quite often.
When I forget about what I'm talking about on the radio from now on, I'm gonna say I just blipped out.
I blipped.
Don't tell anybody. All right, gonna wind things up and let Alan get to his busy daytime job, and we're gonna do that as we run off for a little odd news.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing.
Be afraid.
You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
In fact, we double dare you to enjoy the show. Maybe triple dare.
We're gonna have to start offering incentives.
Incentives.
Pretend
you enjoyed the show, and you get this fabulous pen from Alan's desk.
It's a G2.
Ooh, I'm in. All right. We start off with the news attack. First part true, second part bad joke, and Alan kicks it off.
A study found that men who exercise for extended periods of time have low sex drives. Too many squats at the gym equals diddly squat at home. Wow.
That's why I don't work out.
Likewise.
Health experts also say we're not eating enough fruits and vegetables. So order an extra leaf of lettuce on your Big Mac, and don't forget the strawberry shake.
Hey, it's a fruit, right? Or
Yeah.
is it a vegetable?
Yeah. Which? The strawberry? It's a fruit.
Yeah. Okay. About 50% of us wet our toothbrush before putting toothpaste on it. And about 5% consider brushing something you do only when relatives are coming over.
Here's a Tic Tac.
That's the one good thing about the COVID mask.
Only you get to smell your breath.
Right.
Have you ever put on your COVID mask and got a whiff of your own bad breath, though?
No.
Oh. So it's just me?
Just you, sir.
Oh, man.
I find you unacceptable.
A woman in Poland, which I'm okay with, was charged with an animal, well, not her now, animal cruelty. I don't like her now. I find her unacceptable. After police were called to her apartment and found both the woman and her pet dog drunk. Oh.
What if it was a dog's choice?
Yeah. And if it was over, 5, then it'd be okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's 35 in dog years?
Something like that.
Yeah. It looked like she'd been giving the dog booze for some time when they took him to the police station and refused to drink out of the toilet until they put an olive in her.
It was probably Brian from Family Guy.
All right. I like it.
Many Russians who didn't think their country would invade Ukraine are now upset, worried, and confused, but also excited to have an additional 233,000 square miles of bleak landscape to freely travel through. Probably should have skipped that one today.
I know where we're going on vacation. All right, I should say
Bleakville.
That. I know where you're going on vacation this year.
Vacation, comrade.
Yes. And go see our new land and steal some oil.
We're going to Bleakville.
All right. New COVID variant causing concern. 2.
I kind of feel like we both sound like we've given up on the day.
We have given up on the day. 2. It says BA2, but I remember what a BA was from college, and I'm not going to say that. So the new COVID variant causing concern is 2, which interestingly is also Kanye's latest nickname. I heard a pen drop.
It's a Bachelor of Arts, right?
Yes, Bachelor of Arts.
Okay.
All right.
Research shows that college students remember better if they take lecture notes by hand rather than with a computer. Now, if you can find a kid who actually knows how to use a pencil.
What's this? Is this a new kind of stylus?
It looks
for
dangerous.
My phone? This could hurt somebody.
What does it mean, number 2?
Yeah, where's the number 1 pencil? Because I feel like I should be number 1.
I deserve it.
That's right. Researchers found that 2% of nose pickers do it for enjoyment. Oh my God, that feels good.
Wow.
It's so wrong.
Wow.
But it's just, luckily, it's only 2% that think it feels good. My feeling is if you want to pick noses, fine. Just warn me before you stick your finger up mine. It's also a rhyme for today.
You can pick your nose, you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your friend's nose.
Oh, unless he's a good friend.
Unless he's a good friend.
All right, on to the world of wacky but true. There's no dumb jokes after this one. They're all self-contained, unless me and Alan talk, and then it's kind of stupid. All right, Alan, can you kick it off?
They're all dumb.
Okay, you're right. He's right.
A Columbus, Ohio TV reporter received a surprise visit from his mom while working in the field, and the video has spread like good news. Miles Harris' mother, Sandy, happened to drive by his site of reporting, cheerfully yelling, "Hi, baby," out the window as he stood by, embarrassed but also grateful. Harris posted the video taken by his cameraman.
Oh, man. My mom interrupted one of my shows one day.
Mom! We're on high alert here! I almost killed you right then! You do not even realize!
Never mind.
I am so done playing games with this broad.
A little different, but still fun. All right. If you're on the run from authorities, you need something to get away in, something that's not too flashy, but has good speed and handling. Party bus, probably not what you want. But a fun idea. A Southern California woman stole a party bus before leading police on a chase. It all started out when the driver of the bus arrived in a San Diego neighborhood to pick up a client. Driver hopped out of the bus and left it running. That's when the woman saw her chance and jumped in the bus and took off. Wow. Not long after the bus was reported stolen, police began a local search, but the woman was already miles away blasting down the freeway in her party bus. Over an hour after the woman snatched the bus, police were finally tipped off to her location and spotted it. She had made it over 110 miles from San Diego before the chase began. Cops and choppers followed, and at one point, the bus slammed in the back of a car. No one was injured, and a short time later, the bus came to a stop, and the woman surrendered peacefully. That's kind of a boring end to an awesome story.
That is kind of a boring end.
Wow.
Apparently she just really wanted to party.
Really wanted to drive a bus. Maybe she thought it was going to be her new motorhome.
Something.
Well,
isn't that special?
Yeah. All right, Alan.
In Nashville, a guy says his girlfriend, Shamira Jones, told him she was packing her things and leaving him. He continued to attempt to go to sleep in the bedroom when she then ripped the covers off of him and attacked him with a broom. In self-defense, he quickly overpowered her, during which time the broom stuck her in the face and she called 911. When officers arrived, Jones stated, "I tried to hit him first. I'm not even going to lie. He probably has scratches on him." Police documented his injuries and took Jones into custody.
Aww.
Hello, how about you, mate? What's your problem?
Me? I don't have a problem.
Oh, okay. Denial.
Florida thief was caught on camera stealing a fourth grader's science project from his parents' driveway. Who does that to a kid?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like the guy from Frosty the Snowman or something. Melissa Tharp said her son Gabriel got creative this year, hoping to repeat his science fair title by turning a globe into a solar oven and trying to bake cupcakes in the sun. On Sunday, the Tharps were testing out their newest creation ahead of this week's science fair. They set up their oven and cupcake at the end of the driveway around 1:20. Melissa said she went inside to grab her phone, and when she came back out, she said the oven and the pastries were gone. Checked her home security cameras, which showed a woman getting out of her car, pulling up to the driveway, grabbing the solar oven and the contents inside, and taking off. Free cupcakes.
Free cupcake.
Or free globe. Melissa and her kids drove around San Carlos Park searching for the thief but couldn't find the car in question. They replaced the supplies and hope to recreate the solar oven in time for the science fair.
Wow. Porch part with a sweet tooth.
Oh. Sweet tooth.
Give me some sugar, baby.
Didn't know I was that quick.
Right? Police in southeastern Denmark want the public's help to track down a kangaroo that was filmed hopping across a field. Police said on Facebook that a driver saw the marsupial hopping around. They said the driver, whom they didn't identify, had the presence of mind to film the animal. Although they acknowledged the 3-second video they posted was short and grainy, nobody has reported a kangaroo missing.
Nobody's reporting a kangaroo missing.
What does that taste like?
Was it snacking size?
I don't know.
Right.
Woo-hoo-hoo. That's all I got. Moose. No, a treehouse. That's where I am, right? Treehouse. Treehouse is causing trouble in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Parents of an 8-year-old boy say they checked with neighbors before building a treehouse, and there were no objections. But neighbors were shocked by the immense construction project. The treehouse, 25 feet long and 8 feet high. Huh? It doesn't seem that tall.
Tree.
All right, what I guess if it's in a tree. All right, with a 168 square foot platform. Oh, neighbor says its size is imposing and dominates their field of view in their backyard from their house. Portsmouth Board of Adjustment has ruled that the treehouse was more like a deck structure and needs to be moved away from the fence, but can stay up. Huh. Isn't that that's not really, doesn't even sound like it's actually in a tree.
It kind of doesn't.
Sorry.
The proceeding was recorded earlier because we were ashamed to do it now.
Last one, then.
The moose?
No, 2. Okay, let's talk about mooses.
A moose on the loose in a Massachusetts city was tranquilized and moved to a more appropriate setting. The moose spotted roaming around a densely populated Marlborough neighborhood was tranquilized by the Massachusetts Environmental Police and taken to a wildlife management area. It took 2 tranquilizer darts to get the 6-year-old female to sleep. The roughly 600-pound moose was likely looking for food.
How many tranquilizers?
2.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
I didn't have any moose sound effects, but that was from a moose show. Or a show with a moose.
A show with a moose.
All right, Romanian woman had stomach pain, so she went to the hospital claiming she'd swallowed a foreign object. She wouldn't tell doctors what it was, but they did an x-ray which showed teeth in her stomach.
Oh, no.
Eventually, she admitted she gulped down the dentures while experimenting a special type of passionate kiss with her boyfriend. So did she swallow her teeth or his teeth?
I don't know, but they obviously weren't doing it right.
New kind of passionate kissing. This makes me curious. I swallowed something.
Ugh, what does that taste like?
Polygrip? Just a thought. All right, that is our show for today. We're going to cut Alan loose and let him go to work. Thanks so much for giving your time and coming in to play on the public radio station. We appreciate you very much. Alan, big round of applause. All right.
Thank you for having me.
All right, other than that, we want you having a great day, and that is your odd news for what?
Thursday.
This concludes the broadcast from World Control.
This is from yesterday, Baby Henry.
Hey, this one was on. Everybody die!
That's it. Go ahead and run.